It's 2024, and I'm playing Middle-earth Shadow of War, and it seems that the last time I played this game, some big bugger broke my sword, so mission 1 is to track him down and kill him. Things in this game rarely go as smoothly as planned though, so I'm immediately shouted at by this geezer. But a quick hammer bonk to the head gives me enough time to run away and gather some intel on my main target. Gathering intel is a key element of this game, as it will tell you the weaknesses of captains. In order to gather intel, you need to find a worm and dominate them. Hear that, ladies? You were all so worried about if your partners would still love you if you're a worm, when it turns out that being a worm just makes you an even better sub. And speaking of subs, make sure to subscribe to this channel, cause this dom needs a lot of subs. Alright, that's enough of the sexual jokes. Let's get back to business by climbing on top of this big thick tower and using my hand to turn it on. Doing so gets me a skill point which I use to purchase the adamant skill. This grants me an extra chance to survive when I go down, but I'm sure I won't be needing it. All that sorted, and I've now made it to the mission. My target is here, but so too are a bunch of other orcs. My social anxiety is pretty bad, so I decide I need to thin out the herd a bit if I'm going to stand a chance of taking the big guy down. I sneak around, turning a couple of orcs to my side and setting up plans, but then instantly fail at stealth by walking across a rope directly above everyone.
I know why you want to kill me! Revenge! Revenge for sword!
This stealth fail bites me in the back, quite literally, as these Caragors start chasing me down and snapping at me. And if things weren't bad enough, I'm then ambushed by another captain.
Do you hear that alarm? It signals your extermination!
Using my years of video game skills and knowledge, I scarper. And it works! From a distance, I'm able to use my hammer throws to break open some cages and bait, letting the dangerous wildlife of Mordor do most of the fighting for me. I then see my opportunity. Arbeca the Breaker is on his own, so I jump down and take down half of his health with a stealth attack. I quickly retreat so that I can regain stealth and do the attack again. But during this time, a Graug has been fighting the captain and left him weak. A quick revenge bonk, and down he goes. With the captain dead, I now get a better version of the sword he broke, one that has a chance of poisoning anyone I strike with it. Pretty cool effect, to be honest. With one successful mission under the belt, I decide to take on my current story mission. The game wants me to find the biggest, toughest orc around and dominate him. I'm personally more into twinks myself, but Talion here seems to prefer the big guys.
I like him.
After a quick duel in the fight pits, it becomes clear that Bruise is the big guy we're after. Once again though, there's quite a crowd, so I do what I can to clear it out. Surprisingly enough, this goes flawlessly, and Bruise doesn't even spot us until the final enemy is taken down. He then claims my sword isn't big enough to get the job done.
That little sword's good for a tickle, maybe, but you're gonna need more than that to take me down.
But quickly changes his tune once I'm on his back.
You wanna go for a ride, do ya? I'll give you a ride.
Honestly, this fight goes great, and I even delay finishing him off in order to complete the bonus objective. But with that done, it's time to turn him to my team.
You serve the bright Lord now.
Which he seems pretty happy about.
Bright Lord, Dark Lord. Same thing, really. End results me ripping spines out, which I like to do anyway, so either way's a win.
At this point, the game's wanting me to recruit more captains to my army, but I'm feeling a little underleveled, so pop an XP booster. When this game first came out, there was an attempt to monetize it a crazy amount with XP boosts, captain upgrades, and so on. While the store itself has fortunately gone from the game, these bonuses still exist, normally as rewards for completing online challenges. As someone who used to play this game a lot, it seems that I've just got a permanent pool of these things stored up, meaning I can happily get double XP all the time I'm playing. In order to actually gain any XP though, I need to undertake missions, so I find one nearby to attempt. Tar's one word is attempting a Graug hunt. All I need to do to get my XP is ensure he dies instead of a beast. You'd think that ensuring a 20-foot tall monster wins a fight would be easy, but life rarely works that way. I'm able to thin out the herd with some group bonks, but when I charge into the fray, the animal that I'm there to help throws a bloody boulder at me. Some people just don't know how to say thank you. Predictably, the Graug is killed, I get no rewards from a mission, and there's more orcs arriving by the second. Rather than waste my time trying to salvage a bad situation, I cut my losses and run. The game decides I deserve another chance to deal with Tars, and informs me of a duel he's got going on with another captain. This is perfect. As long as one of them dies, I'll get experience. Perfect situation would be both of them dying at the same time, but despite Tars being a much lower level, he easily kills the other captain. Guess I shouldn't be too surprised, this is the guy who just slammed a 20-foot monster. He's a little bit weakened from the fight though, so I take the opportunity to attack. Amid the chaos, he drops to broken status, and I perform a perfect domination dive. Problem is, he's now way too high a level for me to recruit, so I have to just shame him instead. That way he drops down low enough to be recruited the next time I see him. Alright, third time's the charm. He's on a Caragor hunt now, let's take him down and get him on board. But I'll wait, there's an ambush.
I know I said we were even the last time we met, but I lied. I wish I'd killed you after that talk. I'll have to settle for killing you now instead.
To make matters even worse, Tars has brought a third along, which really isn't something you should do without letting your partner know beforehand. The Caragors all die, the ambusher seems to have a change of heart, and seeing three captains group up, I think to myself, bugger this. Deciding that this world has clearly got it in for me, I pick up an online vendetta. These let you track down and kill orc captains who have killed other players in their game. While Shadow of War is ostensibly a single player game, this online component of it is a real neat feature. A neat feature which leads me to Shag the Slave. I mean, the orc's name is Shag and they all have titles. This one just happens to have a title of The Slave. I swear I'm not doing anything wrong here. I'm not one of those YouTubers. Although if I ever do get involved in a sex scandal, this video is going to age real poorly. And much like commentary YouTubers to a disgraced Minecraft channel, I get torn apart by the group and taken down. It was after this death that I finally decided to take a look at what difficulty I'd been playing on. Yeah, that probably explains it. Well, I'd gone this far on Brutal, may as well stick with it. I find another online vendetta, and this one has a mortal weakness. All I need to do is deal any amount of poison damage, and he's dead. And to make matters even easier, the task to draw him out is to poison some barrels of grog. I have the skill which lets me do this at range, so all I need do is wait for the captain to walk close to the poison barrel, and then I can blow it up. And so I wait. And wait a bit more. And get annoyed while waiting, so try and tempt him closer, which doesn't work, but eventually he does get close enough to a poison barrel that I'm willing to risk it. The explosion takes him down, and I am victorious. At this point I was happy to call it a day. I'd had my victory and wanted to end on a high note. But then out of nowhere...
Filth boy! What now? Another arrow? Or something that can kill me?
Becca.
That's right, the Olog from the very first mission is back. Seems I didn't bonk him hard enough, so it's time to finish the job. He's all alone, so I absolutely pick him to pieces. Seriously, the big guy doesn't get a single hit on me, and I'm able to take him down. Rather than kill him again, I decide it's time to get shamed.
You are mine! You are nothing!
And that's it! Shadow of War is still a great game in 2024. Arguably even better than when it first came out. Do give the video a thumbs up if you enjoyed, and subscribe if you want to see more of these Games in 2024 videos, as I've got a whole bunch planned. There's a Discord server and a Patreon below if you're interested in either of those things, and as always, thanks for watching. Sarge out.